Hi, my name is Frank Matsima. I'm doing a presentation about culture and entrepreneurship. Is there any evidence that certain culture or religious belief encourage entrepreneurship better than others? For this presentation, I'm going to be talking about the history of entrepreneurship, and I'm going to quote some religious verses before kind of explaining that there is unexplained variations that can lead to either encourage entrepreneurship or inhibit entrepreneurship. The history of entrepreneurship started back in 1700 with Kantian, who is considered to be the father of the study of entrepreneurship. He defined the entrepreneur as somebody foresighted to assume uncertainty, react to profit opportunities, bring about change and balance between supply and demand. Other economists have also tried to define the entrepreneur with Weber, Schumpeter, Lane, McClelland, Cates, Kisner, back in those days. Unfortunately, nobody came or could really quantify the entrepreneur work in the economy. Therefore, for a while, the entrepreneur will be kind of forgotten. I'm going to over here talk about religious beliefs. Some religious, like Christians, think that work is a sign of grace. For by work is a sign of worship. They see that one should really consider working as, like the same as a prayer or anything religious asks. Muslim, jihad, work and fight for religious moral perfections. Hinduism, attain liberations and freedom. Work is reserved to a certain class. Over here you can see that in Hinduism, not all the classes were supposed to work. Only one caste was supposed to work. Confucianism, through faith, work is seen like for collectivism and social harmony. There are some other unexplained variations that kind of either encourage entrepreneurship or inhibit entrepreneurship. For example, socialization factors such as parental influences determine the need for achievement. A tremendous key factor in generating an entrepreneurial propensity within a society. To form new venture, entrepreneurs require foresight and energy, passion and perseverance, initiative and drive. Mark Drive found, for example, that entrepreneurs, regardless of nationality or cultural background, share a predictable set of values that are different from those shared by individuals who have followed non-entrepreneurial path. Some other variation, like countries' value system, like the UK, the United States, the Netherlands, Scandinavian countries, those type of societies, like the Anglo-Saxon model, is kind of different from the Latin model, where Latin is not really kind of toward entrepreneurship. It's those society kind of inhibit or will limit, as opposed to the US, where like really owning his own business is like everybody's dream. Over unexplained variation like political systems, conventional theory, environment, urban versus rural, social interactions, for example, marginalized groups like the Greeks, like Jews, those type of marginalized groups have also kind of embed themselves to entrepreneurship, and they're really successful, as opposed to other groups like Indians. You can see like there's two different type of groups in India, where one is really toward work or entrepreneurship related and other completely exclusive. Well, this is like about the caste system. Maybe with all those influences, we should probably try to define culture. What is culture? It's a diversity of values, norms, and traditions reflected as common values of tools and environment of creative process. Supposed to be the result of people's activity, fulfilling the role of society's social memories and provide connections of generations' value. Culture is a pattern of values, ideas,